Welcome to The Love Chain. I'm your host, Robert Kenichi, and let's get started. Guess what, guys? We've reached 100 followers. Did I mention that we've reached 100 followers? Now, how's that for reaching for the stars? Time to reach for 100 more. Great job, guys. Keep sharing and keep loving. We're celebrating reaching 100 followers by having our very first contest. Subscribe to the Love Chain podcast on either Apple Podcasts or Spotify and take a screenshot of your subscription. Choose episode 4, Military Spouse Life, or episode 5, Are You Comfortable in Your Own Skin, to listen to, and take a screenshot after you've listened to it. Send all your screenshots to @TLCRawi or facebook.com/TLCRawi. Screenshots that must be included in message or proof of subscription and proof of episode listened to. If all screenshots are not included, entry will not be considered for drawing. The deadline is May 20th, 2020, and no entries will be accepted after this date. Our contest drawing will be on May 21st. Prize is $100. Winners will be announced via Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Winner will receive a message confirming that they are the correct recipient. Good luck, guys.
Hello, what's happening? What's up?
What's up, girl?
I had a few technical difficulties, but I think we're almost in the clear now. So.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
See,
couldn't find my headset.
Okay. So, look, I just came from my sister's house, and she was like, "So, when am I going to be on your podcast?" And I'm like, I don't know. Because she, I'm unfiltered, but, she's like all the way unfiltered. So I don't know, because I really don't know what would be discussed on that episode at all.
you know what? You couldn't script that. It'd have to be totally unscripted.
Well, it's all unscripted anyways, except for when I choose, the topic.
A particular topic, yeah.
Like,
but I mean, you
today,
probably could even choose a topic. You just
right.
I
wouldn't choose a topic. Like today, I don't have a topic in mind. I was just like, yeah. I mean, I had a few things in mind, and I probably just tap into it, like just throw it out there, because I don't know. Girl, our conversations could go on forever.
Definitely.
So
we talk about any and everything.
But anyways, so yeah, I had been I was on Facebook and shit earlier, and apparently in the Durham community there is some kind of herpes spread going around. Like,
wow.
Yeah, it was some kind of live going on last night. I missed it. Of course, I missed it because I am not friends with the gossip queens and kings or people that just know everything. I'm not friends with those people, so I don't be knowing the drama. But like, some of my friends are friends with those people, so like, I've seen a lot of statuses talking about what the fuck did I miss while I was sleeping. Then I go and I'm a comment troll. I read was going through the comments, and I was like, oh, okay, so such and such was messing with such and such, and they had herpes, and they were messing with such and such. Like, girl, it just made me realize, like, you really just have to be careful who you're messing with, who you're dealing
definitely,
with.
Definitely.
Like,
let me tell you something.
See, you're married.
That's what I'm saying. Wait a minute now.
Hold life.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's keep it 100, okay? Yes, I am married. Yes, that does limit my exposure to certain things, but that's only when you have a relationship that is, bullshit free. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
You can't take a person everywhere with you. At least not their body parts. And so you got to trust
True.
that they ain't out there philandering. So I mean, as much as we want to feel like getting married is a safe way out of having to deal with a lot of the issues that quote unquote single people have to deal with. Girl, I'm not gonna say it's no different, but you still have to be cautious and aware and things of that nature, because honey, on the marriage side, the drama and the tea, honey, the drama and the tea. I thought after getting married and making friends with married people that my life was gonna be super boring, filled with nothing. But honey, this one be sleeping with that one, and that one be sleeping with this one, and you be like, "What? Why y'all get
What?
married?" Yeah, so I mean, it ain't. I mean, it is differences for most marriages. Is you're not gonna hear a lot of that stuff, but honey, when they got drama and they got some tea, it be a big old pitcher of cold iced tea with lemons in it, honey. I
Well,
ain't gonna
girl,
lie.
it's some tea out here, and I'm trying to tell you, it just scares me because, I am with the whole singlehood movement. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, I really embrace being single and dating, like,
Mm-hmm.
just freely dating.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes it really hard when you hear about all the things going on. It makes you really picky about who you spend your time with, because you don't want to be one of those casualties. Like,
Yeah.
um, but it's also, it keeps in the back of your mind to use protection as well,
Yeah.
because you can trust someone with your whole heart and think that they would never do you like that, and they will do you like that.
But you know what I
So,
teach my sons? I teach my sons to have the conversation before they're ready to get active with whomever they're dealing with. Keep
but
protection
okay,
and
you
to
teach
go
them
get
that.
and to go get tested.
I had that same conversation with my son, and kept having that same conversation with him. And like right now, he is having a baby with his girlfriend, and they barely know each other. And now, as this pregnancy is going on, they are getting to know each other. And quite frankly, I'm gonna be honest with you, they don't even get along.
Oh wow.
So
Well, that could
my
be
thing is,
pregnancy
yeah.
hormones
So,
too.
well, I mean, it's not just that. It's just that they're young.
Mm-hmm.
And I say this to say, I said it to say this, like, you have a conversation with your kids about it, and you hope that they do do what you ask them to do. But, so I'm just wondering, if do you think your kids is going to take heed to it though?
Actually, I know this might sound a little up, but they have. My oldest son waited because I didn't really tell them. I just talked to him about it, so it was an open conversation. I told them like, I understand that you might not meet my personal expectations. This is what I expect, but if you can meet me somewhere in the middle, um, I had you young. Look at all the things that we've had to endure and go through, and making a true assessment. So what I had to do is I had to be honest, very openly and bluntly honest with my kids about what it means to be a young single mother raising a
Yeah.
child on her own, and having that experience that they had with their dads about, being there, not being there, being stable, not being stable.
Yeah.
And my boys actually listen. My oldest son has
Well,
he
honey.
has finally stepped into the realm of manhood, and he came and told me about it. And I asked him about the whole protection thing. He was like, "Yeah, mom, I used the one you gave me." Yes. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
mean, yeah. I mean,
so
but listen. I had that whole, yeah. I'm a raw ass parent. Like, I keep it 1,000 with my kids. I don't sugarcoat shit. Some people don't like the way I parent because I am a little open and honest with my kids and very blunt about it.
mhm.
And so my son came to me too when he had sex, and he used one of the condoms that I gave him because I keep him with condoms. Okay, but at some point it might just be some, and hopefully your kid won't, because I hope that your kid will actually wait till they are
Well,
old enough to, or at least stable enough to be able to, you know what I'm
mhm.
saying? be the best parent that they could be
Well,
for the kid. Like,
that's actually what my boys tell me. So their conversation around sex and stuff like that is that they don't want to not be able to take care of their kids. So they've kind of already they set out when they were younger on where they want to be in life and how they want to do things. They kind of have their focus on their goals, and so we touch base about those things regularly. And they all are making the efforts. Like my son says, he, I mean, because everybody's different, you know, everybody's different. Everybody takes and receives and gives feedback to information differently. And it's just my son, he's always known how he wants to be and what he wants to do with his life and where he wants to go in life. And he's always been really super responsible. Not saying that your son isn't, but just my experience with my son is that he's very cautious. He's not very sexually active. He does every now and again, but he's just not, he's more focused on like finishing school because he'll be in his second year of college next year. So I mean, you know.
well, I mean, yeah, I get it. Well, I had to talk with my kid. He did what he wanted to anyways, but then again, he totally rebelled anyways. I had a rebellious kid, but hell, I was rebellious too. And the way these kids act in this family, like, I mean, look, I love my family to death, and I wouldn't change anything about my children, not anything he's been through, not anything he's done or is doing. Because it builds character.
Mm-hmm.
The things he has
I
went to
agree.
definitely builds
Definitely.
character, and it has built a lot of character in him, and it has also made a man out of him. Like
Mm-hmm.
right now, the goals that he had before, he has never forgotten about them, and he's working towards those now. And I constantly have talks with him because sometimes, you might get rejected for that job because of whatever you've done.
Mm-hmm.
And like I tell him, look, your past can never
Yeah, it
determine who
doesn't
you
define
are.
you.
And don't ever let no job turning you down
Make you
make you
feel
feel like you're less than anybody else
great
out here.
job.
Yeah, he's super talented and super smart. Before he started getting in trouble, he was an A
Mm-hmm.
honor student. Like, and he played every sport out here and excelled at it. So, like, I'm not disappointed in him at
No,
all. I
definitely
already
not.
know his potential. He's artistic, he's creative, he can rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he knows he's a great big brother. He's a great son. He's very loving and caring. And with his girlfriend, I love the way he loves her. Like, she gets on his nerves, he gets on her
That's
nerves.
youth
And
though.
it's young love, but he really still at the end of the day nurtures, takes care of her, loves her. And I love it. So, and he's been there every step of the way. He doesn't miss a doctor's appointment or
I know
anything.
that's right.
And he's eager to be a dad, but at the same time, he just want to make sure that his past mistakes doesn't hinder him from being able to
Provide
financially
for his
take care of
and
his
that's a
kid.
man.
And I get
That's a
it,
man.
and that's a man.
That's
And
a
I
real
told him
man.
keep pushing. And as long as I said, just forget about your past. As long as you have that, you're going to be able to take care of this kid. Do not. I was like, you can't tell yourself you're not going to be able to. You have to tell
Put the
yourself,
intentions
I'm
out
going to
there.
provide for my daughter. Right. I'm going to, because the tongue is a powerful thing, and
Yes,
what you
ma'am.
speak and put out there into the
That's
universe
right.
will come to pass.
Amen to that.
Like, it took me 35 years to get it, and it's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Well,
It took me 35 years to
girl,
get it.
it
But
took
you know
me
what,
to
though?
like
It's,
two. What is it? I've been here since January. Girl, it took me till January years old to figure that out. You know what I'm saying?
well, the thing is with me is that, I never focus on myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always put my focus on who I love, whether it's the children, my sister, family, friends. I never just, or whoever I'm in a relationship with, it's never been about me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's taken me, I'm 39 now. It's taken me, you want me to be quite honest with you?
What?
It's taken me 39 years to finally be all about me. and do everything I got set out to do,
Mm-hmm.
because I put it on the back burner for so long
Mm-hmm.
trying to take care of
Everything is.
everybody else. And I can't take care of everybody else if I'm not taking care of myself.
That's right.
So yeah, like I finally get it that the tongue is a powerful thing. What you speak, you put out there, what you write down, everything you do determines your future.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you want a great future, you
You
got to do
plan
great
for it.
things.
Plan for it.
You plan for it, and do, and just every day as you go out here into this world, like you just got to do things towards those goals.
Well,
Like have you some fun too.
you know
You know
what,
what I'm saying? Have you some fun,
mm-hmm.
but just do
Well, you
something,
know what? I
something
totally
that day
agree.
towards
I
your
totally
goal.
agree because, I had to, I firmly believe in the idea of preparing for the life that you want and not living the life that you have. Because, I'll be damned if, like I said, I got my car and people are like, oh, that's a lot for that car. And I'm like, but you know what? I look at the long road and I'm like, I won't need a car for a while. As long as
Right.
I take care of my car and as long as I'm making my payments, and then I had to take a leap of faith. Sister whole quit her job, whole quit her revenue, and
Well, I quit mine too.
then I just had to step out on faith and be like, you know what, I can work these little penny ante jobs. Like I have a job any day of the week. I can go anywhere and get a job. But what I want is a career and a lifestyle. And if I could
Right.
do what I wanted to do, what would that be? And to be honest, it's helping people with mental health, especially in the Black community. I think it's a serious epidemic in our community that we don't talk about because it's a stigma placed around it. And it's important that a lot of our people are dying, not just to police brutality, but also to
Right.
mental illness and not getting the help that they need, being turned away.
Like PTSD, like these people that live in the
Yeah,
projects and live in the ghetto,
trauma.
live in the hood, these kids, these they are
It's
traumatized. So
trauma.
if they go out here and kill somebody else, like you cannot just say they are savages, they are monsters. If they are monsters, you created these monsters because you put them in these environments and they were forced to, you know what I'm saying, forced to survive.
Mm-hmm.
Like I heard this thing. I was watching this movie on Netflix the other day. God, I wish I could remember the name of it. But anyways, he said, slavery taught
Oh,
black
I know
folks
what you're
how to
talking about. I
survive,
just
but
watched
it
it.
didn't teach them
How
how
to
to
live
live.
all
And
day and a night.
and that is some real
That's
shit.
the movie.
Because we are all out here surviving, and we teach our kids how to survive, not how to live, how to
Well, you got to
survive.
remember the climate of the society that we induced into. We are part of a society that has no respect or appreciation for us as human beings, and it is it's an accepted standard, and it's an accepted way of life because it's been that way so long, and it started at slavery. What people don't realize is the descendants of slave owners are also just as traumatized because they grow up with this mindset, and then one day they grow up not revealing the curtains over their eye from their eyes, and the reality is so much more brutal. And who wants to accept or acknowledge the brutality of someone that they love, hold dear, and feel like can do no wrong? And so
Right.
it's a big conversation where both parties need to come to the table, and there needs to be a process of healing. Knowing what we know about what they call, and I know what movie you're talking about because I literally just watched it today. Um,
Right.
it's called All Day and a Night,
They all,
or All
yeah,
Day, All
yeah,
Night, or
that,
something like that. But I think it's
yeah.
all night and a day. And um and and the young man states some really serious stuff. I think that that's something that all people in our community need to watch. And it's not because and I don't say that as like, only Black people understand this struggle, which, to be honest, they only people of color in a community that we come from, and when I say community, I mean our global community, can understand some of the significance of some of the messages that are being held. People that
But can I tell you
hmm,
something? it really, I love watching movies like that because it helps you to think
Mhm.
mentally about your
Mhm.
state, about your community state, your culture
Mhm.
state. But at the same time, I hate seeing movies like that because
It
it just
perpetuates
upsets me.
a
Like where
stereotype.
they're in prison, I don't know, like they break my heart because I have close family members that's incarcerated, and I can only imagine what they go through. But then again, like the movie said, like he said in the movie, like really what they do out here every day in these streets and how they grew up, it's already prepared
To
them
be.
to come to be there.
Mhm.
It's just won't no fit. They're just not caged
Yeah,
in.
they're caged in a sense that, you know, we're
Mentally,
yeah,
they're
yeah,
caged in.
because you got to remember, and we grew up in Durham, and Durham ain't that big, but there's certain sides of Durham you didn't even know existed until you got older. Remember that? Like Hillendale,
Right.
who the hell goes into Hillendale? If you was zipping
or
Hillendale,
or go beyond Hillendale, go past Crossdale, go into the countryside of
like, is
Durham.
there a
Like
countryside?
it's a
You know
whole,
what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know that there was a
yes,
countryside of Durham. I thought that where
yes,
we
it's a
were
whole nother
was the
life.
country.
Then you got the rich side, yeah,
Yeah,
like
a
it's
past Duke, where it's
people
all beautiful and quiet and serene.
you would
And
never
like, you went to
imagine.
Duke Botanical Gardens and you were like, oh wow. But people be looking at you like you're not supposed to be there. It's just crazy. Like, you wouldn't think that somebody that dealt with the things that we dealt with growing up grew up down the street from a multi-million-dollar university that sits literally dab smack throughout the like, what, a third of the city. A third of the city is Duke
Right.
campus. There's Duke Cathedral. There's the stadium in the center. Like, it, you would just not think. Like, we grew up in a town that had such prestigious people like what's his name, Mike Krzyzewski, coaching the basketball team, but they don't give shit back to the community. You know,
Right. But this is everywhere though. People make it out the hood every day. People make it out of their situations every day and never think to go back and
and
give
that's why
to.
I
But it's
applaud
not.
people
But
like
it's
LeBron
really. But
James.
it's really not about them either. It's really about their who their management team is and stuff like that, and what they have to say about what they do with their money, like for the celebrities who do want to put back into their community, but then they get because really, look, let's face it, people make it out the hood and then they get dealt with by white folks all day every day long. From then on out, control their whole entire career, right? So whatever them white folks say that they got to do to keep that money coming in. So let's say they say, I'm gonna go put back in my hood, I'm gonna go build these houses up, I wanna do this and that. Like, it takes a strong motherfucker to get past what them white folks say. Cause them white folks is not for you rebuilding up your community and keeping it from being the gutter. Because the gutter produces these people that they can control and manipulate and get and offer and be like, hey, I got $1 million for you right now. All you got to do is sell your soul. Like, these niggas from the hood is gonna bounce on that and they gonna do anything
Trauma.
for it.
They're
And
looking for an escape.
but
Yeah.
I applaud people like J. Cole. I applaud people like LeBron
Mm-hmm.
James. I I I even applaud Jay Z for, even
It took them a
though
while.
it did take, yeah, when he got with Beyonce and matured after she about damn near left his ass,
Girl,
you
the
know.
well was running dry.
but but what I'm saying is he at least produced an album to try to educate these
Who
niggas.
didn't hear nothing? But I mean, Beyonce did too.
Because they didn't
But I
even
mean, think
listen
about
to
it.
it.
We
Because they
don't, we
didn't
don't,
even
we don't,
listen
we
to
don't
it.
see people like KRS-One, Most
If
Def.
Jay-Z ain't putting out some hood shit, niggas ain't listening to it. And that's
Well,
sick.
the thing is,
It's
everybody's stuck
disgusting.
in that mentality of struggle, and you got to remember what PTSD is. It's being stuck. You're stuck in.
But then you also have to watch other people's situations and realize, but this is where this leads to. If I keep going this way, it's going to
Well,
lead
that's
to either that or
mental.
that. So I need to turn right, and that's what
And we lost a lot of those
this what
programs
we you right,
when the
and
federal
I agree
government
with
cut
you
funding.
about
So.
teaching mental health to our community because I'm all for it. I told you I just filed my taxes finally so they can go ahead and take that student loan because I want to go back to school and finish my psychology degree
Mm-hmm.
because I think it's important that our black folks know that they have support out
Yeah.
here, that they have people willing to help them
Yeah.
and educate them and teach them how to build, how to prosper, or and teach them even if they got a criminal record, help them, show them that there's somebody out here that cares for them and is going to keep striving with them till they get employed and become
But
self-sufficient,
you know what else I
and
think we
even
need?
after that,
We
still
need to
keep in
also realize
contact.
that our black is beautiful. I think a lot of the things that we deal with is because we find shame or some type of discourse with our own selves, you know. I think that it's a mental struggle to be out here and be black and not be on edge at all points because you never know. The next police officer might shoot you. He might arrest you for something you
Do
didn't
you
do.
know what this white man had the nerve to ask me one day? He asked me because he overheard me and a coworker having a conversation while he was waiting on his food. And he gonna say, "Well, what is being black?" I hear you talk about, and he said this because he had a black woman and some mixed kids. Gonna say, well, what is being black? I hear you talking about how someone dates a black boy. If a white woman dates a black man, then she's trying to be black. Or if a white man dates a black woman, then he wants to be black. Or if he hangs around a bunch of black guys and he's trying to be black, what is being black? And he was like, because I'm around black people all the time and they embrace me.
We are
And I'm
embracing.
like, being black has nothing to do with you being embraced, homie. You're embraced because you are married to their family
Right.
and you probably are your authentic self. Because he didn't act like he was black or anything. He talked like a regular white guy and
He was
stuff. So,
himself.
you
Mm-hmm.
know, yeah, he was himself. So, my thing is, first of all, why the fuck is you in this conversation? But I didn't even want to explain it to him because I didn't want to get in trouble. I was at work. But so I didn't. I just ignored the question, gave him his food, wished him a well, you know. But it just pissed me off. What do you mean, what is being black? What is being white?
Well, what do we mean when we say that white people are trying
What
to be
is being.
white and black people are trying to be white and
Hey,
white people trying to
listen,
be black? I've
I think it just depends on what kind of community you're brought up in, as to how you act and how, like, in what type of family you're brought up in, what type of community you're brought up in, determines and who you, like, your gender. I mean, not your gender, but your DNA. It determines your
well,
personality. Not because you go out here and date the other race or something like that. Like, I know a white girl, like, she is her authentic self, and her authentic self is, other people would say it's her acting black, but I swear to God, it's just her.
well,
She's been brought up in a black community. Her mom's dated nothing but black men. She's been around black kids only, black people only, hood people at that. Like, this girl, like she gon' act like that. Like, I grew up in a small town. I used to act like those small town country girls, and I came to Durham. Guess what? Now I got a mixture of Hillsborough and Durham.
well, I
Like,
will say this because I went from living in predominantly black Durham to
and I'm a
living
tomboy because I hang around
living
guys, and I always
in
have.
in a predominantly white area, and my quote unquote blackness was tested regularly. And I think that when people say someone's trying to be black, they're basing it on the idea that there's some type of stereotypical formula that makes you either black or not black. Because when I was confronted by these people that either A, lived based on stereotypes that I knew weren't true because I was from the hood. I grew up around hood people. We was poor. We didn't have it all. And they'd be like, you don't act black. Yes, I do. What do you mean you do? I am my authentic self. You know, my brown is my skin color, son. It's not who I am. It's a part of my biological makeup. So I can't act black. I just am. You, on the other hand,
Right.
are panhandling to a stereotype about my people based on my skin color, that I should act a specific or certain kind of way. That, my dear, is stupid and ignorant and racist, because you think that because I'm black that I should have a big old butt from eating collard greens and cornbread and fried chicken and watermelon. Honey, I don't even eat chitlins. What? What? You don't eat
Right.
chitlins? But I thought all black people. First of all, stop. You
No,
know.
because I don't eat chitlins
No, you know
neither.
what?
I'm trying to
It's
tell
just
you,
a
it's a
lot of
lot of
stuff
stuff
that
that regular black folks. But me and you, we became you because if you were, yeah, as you recall, we didn't even when we first met each other. I didn't like you. I thought you was stuck up.
and I thought you were
Remember
mean
that?
as shit
I was like, I said, what is this stuck up girl doing hanging around some hood ass people?
because I'm
Like,
from
cause
the goddamn
China,
hood.
China is hood. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hood, but
You hood.
I could get
You
ratchet.
hood.
You know what I'm saying?
You.
So no, but then I don't know. I forgot what happened, but I forgot how we found out we pretty much had like the same background. So my parents aren't pastors, but shit, I've been still brought up in the church,
Yeah.
like and I've been brought up around predominantly white people. Um, Hillsboro is small, and it was predominantly white when I was growing up. So, and they were redneckish on top of
I
that, but they
remember
were the
I
friendly
remember the first time
rednecks.
I went
If
out to Hillsboro with you. That shit was
you
crazy.
know,
I was like, is that
yeah,
the
like they're
I was
friendly
like, is that
rednecks,
the
though,
bacon
if that
farm
makes
right
sense.
there? Like, what the fuck is
You
this?
know, so right, little small town. So, and then like my sister moved to Durham, so I started coming to Durham. So I have a mixture. Like I can go from classy to
Well, I
ratchet
feel you.
in
I
2.5
feel you.
seconds. But I just think I, I appreciate growing up in Hillsboro. I really do, because that's where the loving, caring, you know, take care family type of person come in
Mhm.
at. Loyal, you
Mhm.
know, can do anything, can act like a woman and think like a man, move like a man too. You feel me?
Mhm.
Like I could switch it up, and it built my character. And then also coming to Durham, like, and seeing another side of life, because everywhere that my sister stayed, it was hood. So and being around those type, like I learned that I could be around any type of person and still make friends and be
Mhm.
compassionate, like, and just understand where they're coming from, even if I'm not from there, like, and not judge them for what they do, how they act, or what's
Yeah.
going
Yeah,
on,
I agree.
but just be like a support system to
Mhm.
them. Like I have so much love for the hood. I actually have a little more love for the hood than I do for any other type of community I've
Mhm.
been in. And I've been in many different types
Well,
of communities.
I
Okay.
have
Because like you like to travel, like you said, and you don't like to sit in one spot. And when I was younger, I was like that too. Like I couldn't sit still. So been around
well,
I've been around,
I'm gonna be
like,
honest.
and
Like, I love the diversity of the Black community. I love the diversity of my upbringing, because being a military brat, you get to experience people, and you get to experience them on multiple different levels, and you get to challenge their minds, and either you expand them or you don't affect them at all. But the point is, you can't say that everything that you believe is absolutely true. You have to start to challenge your way of thinking after you meet me, and that's how I come across about my life. Like, being here in Colorado is a new experience. It's different. It's a different community of, I hate to say white people, but it's a different community. It is these white folks out here, boy. I'm trying to tell you, they love us. They're like, I've never, like, now.
girl, oh, but guess
Wait, wait,
what?
wait, 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 wait,
Guess what?
wait.
Girl, I will be coming to
Wow.
Colorado the week of May 12th.
Wow.
Um yes. It's more yeah, I'm coming there though. I'll be there. So I'm definitely gonna have to call you and see how far. I forgot what part of Colorado, but I just know that taking a road trip, leaving May
Oh,
12th.
okay. Well,
So
right now, and I don't know if they still have us on lockdown, but right now we can't even get nobody on this base. So I'd have to come out and meet you.
and you can't. Well, but would you be
Oh
able
yeah,
to
I can
come
come
on?
off. I
Okay,
just can't
so
get nobody on. If
great,
you ain't
great, great.
military, you can't get on
I don't
here.
want to come on
You
your
want to
base
smoke some weed? No,
anyways.
I had that thing on your pocket.
Right.
Well, no,
I don't want to come on your base
girl, it ain't
anyways.
nothing on here.
Oh my God. Let me tell you this funny story. So, I was with my ex
Mm-hmm.
girlfriend, right? And we traveled to her sister's for the holidays, and her sister stays on a
Mm-hmm.
military base or whatever because she's married to someone in the military. So it was so funny. Like, now I was guaranteed that we weren't going to have our car checked or
They can't
anything like
guarantee
that.
that.
So, well, listen, this is what she said because I asked before we even came, like, could I bring weed? You know what I'm saying? Because I like, are we gonna be able to go find some? And how we gonna get it on base? Like, I'm gonna need to smoke.
Oh
You know
my
what I'm
God.
saying?
Uh
Like,
huh.
I was like, she was like, oh, they don't even check. Wouldn't you say who you're here for? They're not even going to check. They
That's a
never do.
lie.
They don't check any of
Mm.
us. And then, so no, but listen, so the mom and my ex was like that. They didn't get checked any of the times they came either, right? So they was in one car, we was in another. So tell me why the hell this man want to check my car. So I did have some, but it was in my suitcase and I had it well, like I packed well just in case. I be having those just in case
Mm-hmm.
scenarios in my
Mm-hmm.
head. So I just prepare for things, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? But the only thing I didn't prepare for was that I had like some clips and a cigar in the glove compartment. So, but it was inside of the car manual zip
Yeah.
up book thing. So he did open up the trunk and he didn't really move
Yeah, they
anything
don't do
around to
like
see
a,
nothing. And then he opened up
and
the
he can
glove
smell that
compartment like
thing.
he didn't, he just, I don't, I, hey, look, first of all, we were
That's
blowed,
why he
okay? We were
wanted to check the
high as
goddamn
hell.
car. First of
Hey,
all,
first
that's
of all,
why
we
he
were
wanted to
blow
check
and it
your
was that
shit.
gas.
It was smelling
And
like
I
that
knew
thigh out in
and
there.
you know how when we pulled up instantly to me it seemed like my car smelled
That's
like
exactly
gas.
how
Like
it
that
is
thing,
smelling
you know
like
what I'm
that thing. That's why
saying?
he needed to check.
I said we going down. I said we going to
Girl, look.
jail. Girl. But thankfully he checked it off and let us go. I was like, next time we come, fuck the
Well,
weed.
see, I
I do without.
always
Can I get alcohol? Look, my thing is, can I get
what I
alcohol? If I
tell
can get
people when they
alcohol,
try
I'll
to
just
come
use
visit
that.
me, the first thing I tell them, because sometimes we have to go up and sign you in, and I tell them, listen, they check at the gate. I don't know if they're gonna check you. They might not check you today, but they may also check you today. So let it be known when I live on base, if your car not clean, I could never tell you how in depth they go. Sometimes they go, I've seen people get pulled and they actually went to jail. I've also seen people get searched and they got let through. It just depends on what's going on that day. I've seen them. I've
I
seen them
figured.
just do a brush over real quick, and then I've seen them out there with the dogs. So I always tell people, don't take any chances because today might be that day. You know what I'm saying? So I just let you know off the top. It's on you how you go about this, but I'm just telling you it's possible that you could get checked at the gate. You know what I'm saying? So um I just be real. I don't never underestimate the power because I used to work security. I used to work security in the airport for the federal government, so I know how they operate a little bit. And I'm like, yeah, I probably would have never told you that they ain't gonna search you because the whole point is they have a right to. You coming on a military installation is federal property. They have a right to search you, and the only way you can decline that is if you decide you don't want to come on. You know how you decline a search from federal government? Just don't go on the base. Well, we have to search your car, man. Well, I don't want you to search my car. Well, then, ma'am, you can't come on. Okay, that's fine. Turn me around. You feel me? But I mean, so I would have never told you that, because then if they would have found something, now there's certain regulations though too as to what they can and can't do when they do certain types of searches. So I mean, I think that's probably what kept you. But you can actually get a court. You can actually have to go to court, and then anything found on federal property is a federal charge, which automatically makes you a felon. So I don't know why. I don't know why
Oh Lord.
somebody didn't
Well,
tell
I'm
you.
glad. Well, I never. We went to go visit her like two more times after that while we were together, and I didn't take anything. I didn't even want anything. She tried to get some. I like, girl, I don't want nothing.
Yeah,
Just get some
I know, right?
alcohol. Call it
Because
good.
you
Like
ain't
I ain't
nobody
got
got time for
time.
that.
I ain't got no fucking. Especially the other two times I brought my kids too. Like I ain't had time to
Because
play. Hell no.
now
Won't
I
get
know
me
that's
taken from
right.
my
Because
damn
that
babies.
literally you're going to.
You know
Yes, I
how I
do.
feel
I
about my
know because you feel the
boys.
same way I feel about mine. I,
I know people love their kids, but boy, I
yeah.
love
So
my
yeah, don't let
kids.
nobody fool you.
Like
Federal government do not play. They worse than their local government.
that's all I could think
It's
about
like,
when my
oh
car was getting
Lord.
checked. I was like, boy, I would kill somebody. Like if I cannot make it back to
Yeah.
my damn boys.
Yeah.
Like I'm going, you know, because my mama going. The first thing my parents gonna say is, "What the hell was you
Like,
doing
what
taking
was
weed
you
on the
thinking?
military base, anyways? You idiot." You
Yes,
know
I
my
know.
parents old, and you
Mm-hmm.
know how old black people are. Lord, they would tell
And
you
make
the
you mad
truth
about it
raw as
too.
hell and
Sure
make you
can't.
mad, but you can't even argue with them because all you could. And then don't get emotional and
Oh
get in your feelings
yeah.
about it. They be like, "Oh, suck
Look,
it
now
up.
eat this.
You gonna go
Come
through
get this
worse."
brownie and shut
Look,
up.
they be like, "You gonna go through worse."
Get one of these fresh baked
Like
brownies and shut
right,
your
like
ass up.
damn it.
Ain't nobody got time for your little crying ass. Oh, now you want to cry. You know how we. That's what I do. Fuss my
Right.
kids out and be like, "Now come back down here and watch this movie with me. I don't even like you. I don't care." In my little bar or liquor collection, depending on how you look at it, because I don't have a set bar, but I plan on getting one. So anyway, I started my bar and I bought like bottles of liquor. I've got a 2017 bottle of Riesling, and it's beautiful. And I don't even drink. I thought I was gonna be drinking some of that stuff. Nope. Nope. I don't even drink. I'll just be looking at it like
Yeah,
I
like
don't
me,
even feel like it.
like me. It don't get drunk unless somebody like like for real because I'm
Yeah,
there. I'm just there. I can't
I
do it no
can't
more
even
like
finish the
that.
whole drink,
Like
so
I
I ain't
just
about to
can't.
waste my liquor. You,
Hey, let me tell you, do you know when I partied for my birthday? I promise you, honey, it took me like a week and a half to recoup. I was like, oh, that's how I knew it had been years and years
hmm
since I had went out. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? Like, or even thought
girl,
about
I don't do
dancing
that.
like for
Uh-uh.
hours. You
Now
and
that
girl,
I
or
used to do.
drinking all
After
night.
I had this last
And
baby, just
girl,
something about me says drinking all
but
night is not
it
gonna happen.
girl. Girl, and I did all
I
three
bet
in
you
one
you
night
was
and
hurting.
stayed up all night. Oh, girl, it took
Beat.
for a week
You
and
was
a
beat up
half.
from
I'm
the
telling
feet up.
you,
Okay.
beat, beat,
Right. Not from
and
the
not from the
heaven.
gods.
It
Look,
wasn't a
beat
godly
and not
beating.
from
It
the
was, oh, it was
gods.
chastisement and discipline.
It was, oh, I will not party next year for my birthday.
No,
It definitely will be a travel situation next year. Okay. I would tell my friends, hey, look, this year, I'm traveling. Now I'm gonna let you know 2, 3 months ahead of time. So you need to get your shit together if you want to participate. If not, I'm still going to travel. Why? Because it's
ooh,
my 40th birthday. I'm definitely not having a party at a club and man, I'm gonna be a grandmother by
honey,
then.
look,
No.
I ain't
Mm-mm.
gonna lie to you. I'm trying to do a cruise, but I can't do no cruise with this COVID going. I want to do a cruise,
That's what
but I
I
can't
want
do
to
it this year like I
do,
planned. But I'm
girl.
hoping.
But look, my birthday is in February, so it's
No,
like
you
it's
can
gonna
do a
be
cruise. It
cold.
don't have to
How I'm gonna do a
be. You
cruise?
go, girl. You drive down to Florida and get on and dock that ship and ride through the Caribbean. You better stop it. You ain't February. It ain't cold in the Caribbean in February.
But
It
then I
ain't gonna be
wanted to
cold in
go
New
to New
Orleans.
Orleans. But Mardi Gras is weeks after my birthday, so it's like
Well,
that's
I
why I
want to
want
go
to
to
go
New
there. So it's like
Orleans.
I want
I
to
want
take
to
a
go to New
cruise, and then I
Orleans,
want to
not
go to Mardi
necessarily
Gras.
for Mardi
So
Gras
look, so we
because
should go on the
I my roots
cruise.
are New Orleans. I have Creole blood, so
But listen, well, I want to go for the Mardi Gras. So listen, we should go on a cruise for my
girl, I'm a
birthday, and
full
then
time student.
go to Mardi Gras.
Who budget has that? My
Well,
husband is in the
you know
military.
what? Okay,
Everybody think my husband got money. We got to pick one or the
fine,
other, sister. One or the other.
fine,
We
fine.
cannot do both.
Uh,
Oh well,
it might be
just let
Mardi
me know.
Gras,
And then I gotta.
and then I'll have to think of something else to do for
Why don't
my
you let Mardi Gras be
40th.
your? Well, for me, it just depends on how this COVID pandemic works out.
Because my birthday is
Girl, they
on the
plan on
7th,
having.
and Mardi Gras is
Look,
what
they plan on having these
at the end
COVID
of
problems all the way
February.
until after your birthday next year, honey. I'm just saying they want this
Man, be
corona to
quiet.
last.
Be quiet.
I'm just saying.
Be
I'm not.
quiet. Hush your mouth.
I'm trying to tell you, whew, they trying not to schools up next fall for this fall now.
Girl, hush your mouth. Anyways, not on because my son's school has already sent me the emails and stuff to sign
And
my
then
son up for his sixth grade classes.
they ain't opening in August. They done
Girl,
already told
shut
us out
up.
here we may not open back up until after January. I was like, I don't got.
Listen,
I'll be
that would
like,
be foul
they gonna sit
play.
outside. I tell you what I'm gonna do. I tell
That
you, I
that would
drop them
be
off in front of the
foul
school
play.
until 2:30 in the afternoon. Open or shut, I don't care. Change your underwear, son. Get up. Where we going to school? But mommy, the school not open. But the concrete work. Ain't no gates up. Ain't no gates up. Get your ass out my house.
Did you read up on
I did
your
not. Would you like to
horoscope
share?
today? Yeah, yours was feed your intellectual self today. Pick up a
Oh
book that
wow.
will teach you something.
Yes,
Do you
please.
want me to read
Please
more
read
or do
more.
you want
Let's
to leave it
continue
at
to
that?
read.
Okay. Read more for Gemini. All right. So, hold on. What do you want to hear? Do you want
You
look
gotta
at that
love
little
them.
ad pop-ups. Do you want to know
Let's
like
see. What do I?
hmm,
Yeah, do my daily.
let's
We
just do
don't
your
need to go too
daily.
in depth. I need y'all to know all
So,
my business. Mm-hmm.
some great news, right? Some great
Like I
news
got
could be coming
A's.
down
Oh.
from on high
Mm-hmm.
today. An authority
I got
figure.
A's
What?
in class. GPA, not A's. Oh, girl. Yeah,
A's.
not that thing.
Oh,
I ain't got no package.
right,
Nah, girl.
right. That's all.
A's,
Like
like,
what,
A's and
girl?
B's.
All right. So listen though. It says an authority figure could inform you of a changing
It's
situation from
money.
which you may benefit
Uh,
greatly.
money.
This adjust.
Money.
Oh, oh.
Uh-huh.
Look, you already know. This adjustment might even enable you to free up some extra money in your budget. Ah. It says when that happens, you should make a long
Oh,
overdue
snap.
upgrade.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Technology advances quickly
Mm.
and you could be falling behind. Use your
Ooh,
growing
okay. That means
resources
business
to
about to
keep
be
up.
good. That's crazy because
Ooh.
I was like, by my birthday, I want to
Ooh.
invest in more products to showcase on my website. And I was thinking about upgrading and getting a new Series 5 Apple Watch because I need it to help with my breathing and stuff. So yeah, Yeah, they and my money
Oh
getting right.
yeah.
My money getting right.
Okay then. So,
It was actually
well,
dead on. It was actually dead
your
on. It's
horoscope
been
was in
so that's
line.
just basically
All right.
confirmation of some of the things I already was thinking about doing. Okay. Okay. 3.
So pick
It's
a
my
number
favorite number.
between
Or
1
8.
and 10.
3. 3.
All right. So
Ooh.
your daily
Ooh,
tarot
okay.
reading, you got the Pope. It's important to stick with the plan already in place and be loyal to those who are already committed to you. You're not so much part of a team as you are the leader of a group of people who will do what you ask of them if you only treat them properly and look after their needs, especially the tiny personal
So I gotta be
ones.
nice to my husband. That's what you're telling me. I don't want to be nice.
Mhm.
I like being picky. I
Mhm.
like nitpicking. But you
Mm.
know what? It's so funny.
Oh.
You
Oh,
know how
Poe, I know
Geminis
you do.
are.
You
We
little
enjoy picking at
Gemini.
people. This is a Gemini thing. It's a really bad trait of a Gemini. You want to know what a toxic trait of a Gemini is? I don't even care we on air because I'm still gonna deny it later.
What?
A toxic trait of a Gemini is that we love you until we irritate you, but we enjoy the irritation more than the actual like affectionate love.
Well, you want to know the
What?
toxic trait of an Aquarius? Is we love you until you
Yeah,
love
I
us, and
know.
then we
Cause
want
my
you to go
brother, I
away.
love my brother. We are really close, just like me and you. Me and my brother are really close, but I irritate the shit out of him, and he irritates the shit out of me. But I mean, isn't that crazy? Like I realize that I aggravate the hell out of my husband, who's a Virgo, and you know, Virgos are they're introverts. They're very, and they don't like
Well, I'm just too managed for these
messy.
dudes. You know what I'm saying? They cannot. They like you need to get out them tomboy ways. I be like, yo, I'm me. You either take it or leave it. Like
Well,
what the
you
fuck?
know,
Start acting like a
with
punk.
being in a relationship of a Gemini and a Virgo, we're like polar opposites. Like we literally are not the same people at all. My side of the room is a mess. His side of the room is very well neat and put together. Oh
Well,
God bless
right
your soul.
now I'm dealing with the Capricorn, and technically, I don't even like Capricorn women. So, but me and him, like, you know what? I'm just say this, like, I'm having fun with my little sneaky
Yes,
link.
ma'am.
Anyway, so you want to hear my horoscope for today? Okay, it says, have you been getting enough exercise? If you've been feeling a bit down in the dumps, the answer is probably no. Getting yourself moving is one of the best ways to cheer up. To get yourself feeling better about whatever is going on in your life, go for a walk or run. Exercise is also a great way to remind yourself how much power you have in your life. You can change your body
Mm-hmm.
and your attitude. So, what's crazy? Is that I
Mm-hmm.
isolated myself for a week last week.
Why? Is
Um,
there any particular reason?
I really did. Um,
No.
I was down in the dumps,
I hate when you're like that.
honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And but yesterday I got my kids together and I took their ass to the park and my son's girlfriend too.
Ooh.
And I took them to Twin Lakes Parks
Is she
because
gonna
it's
do
a
maternity
beautiful,
photos?
just walk around area.
You
And
should. You should.
I don't know. They're so secretive about their shit. I don't even. Girl, that's another story for another time. But yeah, I did enjoy it. So it really got me out the dumps. Actually, when I'm done here,
Well,
I'm
you
gonna
know
go
what?
for a
I think
walk
you really
again
enjoy
by
nature though.
myself.
We used to do that all the time. Remember, we used to walk around the neighborhood, especially when you were upset about something.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can. Yeah, you didn't think I remember all that crazy stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I had to go for a walk. Like now, I had to go for a drive or
yeah.
a
I
walk.
want to
I
go.
had to, but either way it goes, I can't be idle. So, and usually I go for a drive with the music. If I feel safe where I'm at, I'll go for a walk with the headphone with the headsets or whatever. But let's see here. So yeah. Anyways, Oh yeah, let me see what
Okay.
it says for singles love. Okay. Hmm. Okay, it says a family member makes you proud, and because of their achievement, you might just meet someone who makes your head spin. What are you going to do now? What?
Wait, what?
I don't even
You're
know.
gonna make
That's wrong because it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. A family member makes me proud, and because of their achievements, I might just meet someone who makes my head spin. What am I going to
Oh,
do
that's
now?
something to come.
What the hell is that
I think it's
talking
gonna be
about?
Anthony. He's gonna do something. You're already proud of him
Right.
though.
Who the hell would I meet around him and his
I
cock
don't know.
blockers?
You never know. The universe has a way of mocking you.
Anyways, that's crazy. We'll see. We'll see. So let me pick a number between 1 and 10. I'm gonna pick 4.
Okay.
Hold on.
One, two.
It was a yes or no tarot reading, and it's the lovers. No. It says the negative side of the lovers shows a love that has been lost or a test that has been failed. Every good
Mm.
thing has its shadow side, and every gain has a hidden loss. This time around, things happen to not go the way that you thought or hoped. It is okay to be sad for a time, since losing and loving is part of life. And girl, like it could not be more on point.
Deep.
Like,
Isn't it
ooh, it
crazy?
makes me want to get more into this one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to later. Yeah.
So you know what? I have something to talk about. So have you ever heard of an ancestor shrine?
No.
Ancestor shrines?
Wait, I actually have.
Okay, yeah. So it's a part of many African religious, well, I won't call it religious, but spiritual practice
Mhm.
that, our ancestors actually used to give thanks to their ancestors for their time. And I have recently embarked on this spiritual journey to practice not ancestral worship, but appreciation for my ancestors and my spirituality as it relates to pre slavery.
Okay.
So I have, and then I also have Creole. My on my father's side we're Creole, and I kind of just delved into that aspect of things, which would be considered hoodoo, because voodoo is actually from Haiti, so it's hoodoo. And spirit, you know what? I have been burning my candles and saging, and I have my shrine started. And you know what? Ever since I did that, I promise you, like my life has turned for the positive. I kid you not.
That's what I'm telling you. Like I don't have a ancestor shrine, but just me manifesting things right now and
Hmm.
practicing certain rituals. Um,
Hmm.
and going against the grain per se.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely very
And
frowned upon.
like people frowned upon me for quitting my job. Well, you know what, if the job is not paying me to even survive, then it's a waste of my time, especially when I can make what I make there just out here, like just being me,
Hmm.
just doing all of my little hustles, like my podcast, my, you know what I'm saying, like I have a
Hmm.
lot of avenues of money, like,
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah, you got lots of skills.
a
You've got
job
a
was
skill
more per
set.
se just to make my parents happy. you
Just to
know.
say there was, but that's one thing I have said that my mother has talked to me about. She said, "You're an artist." She said, and the thing about being an artistic person is that you can make money from your art. You just need a good support system to get you started. If a person can support you in the beginning stages of your artistry, you'll do great things. And I have opted to, like I said, further my education and help my community in that way, which actually is going to fund all my other, what do we call them,
R-
hustles
right.
and things that
Just
I really want to do.
well, you know that, and it's great that you have that type of support from your parents. Like me, not so much. Like they're like those old school parents, and they just really believe in that strict type of love. You know, you go to school, get your education, you get a career, you get married, you have a family, you build a foundation, all of that type of stuff. And I totally went against the grain. So for me to be work getting money through other avenues other than actually going out here and going to a 9 to 5 per se, it's a disappointment.
Well, they shouldn't be disappointed. I'm very proud of you. I think you're doing great things because everybody's not meant for a 9 to 5, you know?
And I'm not.
I
I'm
mean, like,
just meant to be a boss, my own boss. Like, and it took me a while to realize it because I always try to please other people, like my
mm-hmm,
parents or the family that considered me the prodigy child. Down there, you might as well say, all
mm-hmm.
the pressure of trying to be this person that everyone else wanted me to be, when instead I should have been just. But now,
Yourself.
it's neither here or there because now I am, and can't nobody tell me nothing. Like 2020, that's what 2020 did for me. It's a blessing in disguise for me. I don't know about for others. I know they're pissed off about Corona and all that. Yeah, like, oh, it's a sack of shit. But at the same time, this whole year has been a blessing for me. It's been nothing but a blessing. Um, Nothing but a blessing. Even
I
even when
agree.
I'm down in the dumps, I can still say, like, just the moves I'm making, the steps I'm taking. My whole birthday, like, this was the best birthday I ever had by far. Just by having people come out and support me at my dinner and my party, and like had a blast like I was a teenager. Came home recouped and ready to, live life as, continue to live
Mm-hmm.
life to prosper. Like, I had a good time, it's over. Like, Corona came, okay, still got to keep making moves towards your goals. Like, you can't let
Mm-hmm.
anything slow you down, anything stop you. Forget what people have
Indeed.
to say.
Indeed.
Forget, like, okay, you cannot keep trying to please everybody because that is not pleasing you. It's actually making you unhappy.
Mm-hmm. It's putting you outside of who you are. It's making you uncomfortable, and not that you shouldn't operate outside of your comfort zone, but unless somebody's telling you, you're greater than you are already, pursue those dreams so big that it seems impossible is how I look at it. And that's when you start to see things happen. Like I said, I had to step out on faith, go to school full time. How am I going to pay for my car? How am I going to pay all my bills? And you know what? So far it's happened, and I take time out. I have time to spend with my kids. And I just think that that's the universe's way of letting me know that I'm headed in the right direction.
You know what I have come to realize is that no matter what happens, a way is made every day. So,
Mm-hmm.
what I learned to stop doing? Stressing.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
I
Like,
got you.
and especially because I'm getting older, it gives me a headache now when I stress and worry. I ain't got time for that. Like,
Girl, my neck
I
and
look
back
young,
be hurting. I be like,
you know, yeah, yeah, your body just,
your body start aching.
as young as we look, our body does, when we are doing things against the grain, like as far as taking care of our bodies, and stressing is definitely not taking care of your body. You know, like our body shows us, like, hey, you need to stop that now. Hey, hey, no, you can't be doing that. And you don't have any choice but to stop. I swear to God, my head it hurts so bad, I ain't got no choice but to stop worrying about it. I'll be like, whatever.
I'll be like, you know what? It's not worth all this.
Let
So
me do something else.
let me just,
Refocus.
right. And see, I'm at the
Straighten my
very,
crown.
and I'm so proud because I'm at the very end of the semester and I made it through. Now, am I a
Girl,
straight A
good.
student the way I want to be? No.
That's okay though.
But did I pass? Yes.
Yes.
If I gave up
Yes.
today and did no
And
more
that's
work,
all.
I
And,
passed.
and that's what matters. and that's what's important.
And but I can see I got an A in
And you keep
English.
pushing,
I
and
got
and you're doing this because you really like you we both want to help out our community, and I think that's why we're really great friends, because even when we were young and wild, we still had this vision of what we wanted for the world and what
mm-hmm.
we wanted to contribute to the world. You
Yeah.
know, we
Definitely trying to
always was
create the
like
change that
that.
I want to see. I can say that,
Yeah,
yeah, we've always, because we've always had these kinds of conversations. Like I can
right.
say that we've always agreed
And
on
that's
if
where we
anything else is
connected at.
that,
Right.
yeah, yeah, that pro black love, So I think,
Yeah.
and then understanding the danger of poverty stricken black community versus what we've seen outside, and seeing how there is something outside of our community, but most of our people don't get to see that, they don't get to explore that, they don't get to have knowledge of that, so I want to bring that to my people, and
Right.
I started at home with my
Because they're
children.
not going to read the books, they're not going to
No,
do the research.
no.
So, and that's what people, like older people, they'll be like, all they got to do is go pick up a book, or the
Well, this
internet
is the
got every,
thing. What
or
I
they'll be like, the internet got everything on it.
Yeah, a lot of
But these
lies.
kids, are not finna go look for this shit because they are so frustrated with being black. And I hate to say it, they are so frustrated with being black. They have a deep hate for these whites, and they don't care anything that they feel like that you have to read to find out. They already feel like it's a lie. Like, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you, because they like, these people ain't doing that but lying to us. Like, that's how these kids think nowadays. I listen to them. My son. You have your kids that have their mindset, and my son and his friends, they have their mindset, and
Oh
unfortunately,
no,
a lot
I
more of them kids
ironically,
exist.
ironically, they feel the same way. Let me try to tell my son something. He be like, I don't know about all that, mom.
Oh,
I be
oh,
like,
okay.
whoa,
Oh, okay.
hello, son.
Yeah,
I'm a student
yeah.
of life, boy.
So every day I be trying to come up with ways to educate my kid and his friends, and just talk to them. Most of the times I shoot the shit. I have to act like a dude when I'm with them. I got to, because I
Shoot the
learned that
shit.
trying to talk to them like in a normal mommy loving way, that doesn't work. They lie to me. I have
Mm-hmm.
to shoot the shit with them. I have to act like what they say to me don't bother me. Like,
Yeah, I
you,
understand
and
that.
then
That's
I
how I
have
deal with
to,
mine. I ain't
and
even gonna
then
lie.
if they say something that does bother me, I have to learn how to
Not
communicate that, and it still
without
sound
it
like I'm
sound
shooting
like,
this shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
word doesn't sound like you're chastising them for their
it sound like
thoughts.
I'm
Yeah,
talking to men instead of boys.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I understand that because I have to do that with mine.
But it took for a man, an older man, to tell me that because he was working with me and my son. He said, "You want me to tell you what your problem is?" I was like, "What?" He said,
Treat
"You
them like
still
a
talk to
boy.
that man like he a boy and he a man."
That's crazy.
He was like, "Yeah, that's your son, and yeah, that's your baby, but
Girl,
that's
he
still a
sound like
man."
my husband.
Yeah, he was like, "You still
Men
talking to that
understand
man
that
like
though.
he a boy."
And it's so funny because my oldest son, his father passed away when he was less than two. And
Yeah, I remember that.
he he doesn't remember the time he spent with his father, and that kills me more than anything because he'll never know that your daddy used to make you force feed your steak. You know what I'm saying? I know that sounds small, but it's just something like he'll just never know the appreciation that his father had for him. But
Yeah.
it's just like I remember my son saying to me at one point in life, he was like, Mom, I want someone. The reason why I want a dad is because I want someone to take my side that understands. Right.
Oh.
And it's crazy because when I met my husband, I think my son was, oh, sheesh, he was about 10 years old or about to turn 10, somewhere in there. And he takes my son's side. Like a lot of people would look on the outside of us and feel like my husband doesn't have like a really in-depth relationship with my boys. And I think that I'm learning now that men's relationship with children is totally different than a mother's
It
relationship with
is.
children.
It
They
is.
hang all on us. They didn't, but he just and my son husband, he's so, I'm not gonna say reserved, but he definitely is a man of few words. So I'll be talking to him like, I can't believe that Ezra's so old now and he's still my baby. And he goes, that's what your problem is. He's not a baby. He's a grown man. And I'm like, but he has to listen to me. No, no, he doesn't. And I'm like, oh, and my son's just standing there like, see? And that
Right.
is that relationship that he's always wanted, is the man that goes, you know, this is he's a man. Let that boy be a man. Stop treating him like he's a little boy because he's a man, and putting the
Right.
other boys in their place. And that's really interesting. I had to reflect on that over the weekend. And I was like, dang, he's absolutely what my boys always wanted in a father.
Right.
Which is
Right.
crazy.
Absolutely.
It is crazy that he ended up getting what he wanted, which is somebody who takes his side. Because when they're in the house with me, I just feel, I'll be like, you know what? Both of y'all can get the hell out. Both of you.
Oh my goodness. Girl, you can't be like that.
I'm petty because I like to be right. I don't like to be wrong. Ain't no woman like to be wrong in her own goddamn house. And then I got a house full of men, so I'm outnumbered. You can't tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, you poor
Okay.
thing.
My daughter, she left me and went back to her mama house. I don't appreciate this.
Oh.
Oh, it's okay. But yeah, so
So,
I feel where you're coming from with that, because I've heard
ooh,
that too.
girl, I can't wait till we talk again because I already know what our topic is going to be now because I feel like it's very important to talk about and be discussed because, and I want your opinion on it because you can definitely, you're going through it. So,
What am I going through? I am
eh,
not. I'm not
you will
going through
find
it.
out.
On the
You
next
will find out
episode
on the next episode
of the Love Chain.
of the Love Chain. It has been a pleasure chatting with y'all today. I look forward to our next episode. Hopefully, I'll be having another guest on soon so we can bring a little more fun to the show. Anyways, be safe as you go out into the world today. And please remember, tomorrow is a new day. Making mistakes is a part of life. Saying no is okay. Not everyone has to like you. And beauty and strength comes from within. It's been real, y'all. Peace, love, and blessings.